Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview, January 4th, 2016. Traders, welcome to a new trading year. We're excited to be here, excited to get trading again, ready to get started. Unfortunately, the UK is closed today and also Canada is closed today due to a banking holiday. So I would expect that the Euro session is going to be pretty quiet. Let's see what's going on. I hope you all had a great holiday season. I had double eye surgery, so mine was not so wonderful, hospital stay and all that stuff. So, anyhow, let's get started. I got a lot to talk about, some charts and stuff like that. Just let me shut that. There we go. So we got some stuff going, a little disorganized. Be honest with you, I'm still having a little trouble seeing clearly, so just bear with me if I make a couple mistakes. That might happen today. But by the end of the week, we should be okay. They say it usually takes about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks before I actually get my vision back to 2020. I had 2 lenses replaced, so it's working, but it needs to get better. For those of you who don't know me, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, came to Thailand to retire. Well, really, I came for a 3-month holiday and ended up staying. And it's 8 years later, and I'm still in Thailand and absolutely loving it. It's a great time zone to trade. The people are great. The food is great. And it's nice looking out my office window and looking at the Gulf of Thailand, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful day today, by the way. Nice and cool, nice blue skies. Really, really sweet outside today. So that's what is going on, my friends. The way I trade is I listen to fundamentals all the time. I'm always listening to fundamentals. Want to know what's going on with fundamentals. And then I'm a technician, though. I love charts. I love reading charts, looking and diagnosing candlesticks, price action, price structure, support, resistance. And I do use the Fibonacci tool. I also use 2 other tools depending on what instrument I'm trading. And that could be either the Ikimoku cloud or it could be the harmonics indicator. So I use both those indicators also on my charts. Like I said, it just depends on what I'm trading at the time. All right, let's get started on this Monday. This is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, most importantly, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of trading results. All right, let's take a look at what happened in the news. Like I said, we have no data today. It's a very, very slow day. In data today, the UK is closed and also Canada is closed today. Canada is also closed today. So let me pull up a calendar real quick here. And what do we've got? The Euro session has a lot of medium impact data. Looks like we got a lot of PMIs, December PMIs coming out. China did have its manufacturing PMI come out. It came out at 48.2. They're expecting 49, so that was a bad number for them. The Aussie had manufacturing index, which was real early in just after the Asia session opened, and that came in line with the expectations. There was no forecast of 51.9. So if we take a look at what we have as we go through the day, like I said, the only high impact news event we have is manufacturing PMI out of the UK. I was under the understanding that they were closed today. Am I wrong? Could I be wrong? Out of the US, we have ISM manufacturing PMI, so we do have another high impact data event coming out today. My gosh, and I don't have that up. I really thought that was I thought the UK was closed today, but now I'm seeing that they have data being released. That would be weird to have data released when you're closed. Interesting. Verify that on your economic calendar, folks. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. This is December's numbers, it says. So, yeah, be careful with that. And in the U.S., we have ISM manufacturing. Let's take a look at the markets. Really, I really haven't been up with the markets, to be honest with you, folks. In fact, this is really only the second day I've actually been in front of a computer, and the time that we were away, just getting my eyes readjusted and focusing. However, the Dow was down in the red, the S&P 500 was in the red, the Nasdaq was in the red, the small cap 2000 was also in the red. Come on over to the Eurozone, the DAX was in the red, the FTSE was in the red, the CAC 40 was in the red, the Eurostoxx 50 was in the red. And if we come on over to Asia, these countries are currently trading. The Nikkei 225 is currently at the red at negative 2.59%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is negative 0.32%. The China A50 is negative 2.67%. And the Kospi is negative 1.57%. All right. So that's what's going on as far as that goes. Not a lot there to talk about. Well, I'm almost positive that I've got to find that out. We've got to find out if that is closed or not. I was almost positive that was closed today. But just check economic calendar, but I'm almost positive that the UK is closed today for banking holiday with Canada. All right. No commentary, really. It's the beginning of the year. I do expect volume to pick up as the week moves along. It's going to be a pretty dull session if the UK is closed. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. We'll see how that goes. But New York should be back up to full strength, full steam ahead. And the holiday season is over. Thank goodness. I'm so glad it's over. And we can get back to trading and get back to work. Okay, let's take a look at some charts. Here's the euro dollar. The euro dollar, we have a lot of gaps on a lot of our charts today. To be honest with you, I don't know why. I will find out, but at the moment, I do not know why. Like I said, I'm having a hard time reading my computer screen, and it's a 24-inch screen, so it's not like it's a tiny little screen. But I'm having a hard time reading my screen. So what we have here is I stuck a horizontal line on the chart, and that is incorrect, by the way. We want to take profit at 1.0870. We want to take profit at 0.870. And at 0925, we want to sell at the daily pivot point. Okay? Let's see how these others done. Okay, here's the pound. Here's another one where we were in a range and we got this big gap that we've got. So we need to pull back. We want it to pull back up to the fib. I put a fib on the chart, 23.6% fib. So we want this to pull back, and we'll sell it at 1.4761. I don't have a target for you because I don't know where my entry is. And depending on where my entry is, can depend on where my target is. Why is that? Because what's the first thing you need to know after you have an idea where you want to target is what is your stop and what's your drawdown. What's this trade going to cost you, right? And unfortunately, I don't have all those numbers, so I do not have a take profit for you on this one. And that is on the pound. The Aussie, this is from the data that came out earlier today in the Asia session. However, it's hanging here at this 200 exponential moving average. I wouldn't mind trading this. Let this just bounce down here below this 200 exponential moving average before London and give me a retest. And then we'll just take this down to 0.7213, and I think that'd be a really sweet trade. However, we do need to close below the 200 exponential moving average. In fact, to be honest with you, these are only 30-minute charts. You know what? I would wait an hour, and I'd wait for 2 candles and then take that trade. You don't want this thing bouncing on you and going back up. It finally broke out of that nasty range, which I was so happy to see. That finally broke out of that range. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. This is really in a great spot. So we just need this to pull back up to resistance, which is a daily pivot point, which I marked on the chart. And we want to sell this at 1.4987. And we're going to take profit at 1.4876. We want to take profit at 1.4876. And we will, this looks like a really nice trade. We just need this to pull back up to that daily pivot point. We don't know how far this is going to pull up. You know, if this pulls up to that, so that's my alarm going off and it's in the other room. So if this pulls up to the yellow, which was support line, which is now resistance, and gives us a bearish candlestick pattern, we could take this, folks. That you could take that trade from there. You don't have to necessarily wait for this to get all the way back up to the daily. So really, you know, I mean, I wouldn't take a trade here. This is too close to support. But if it gets up to that yellow resistance line, I would definitely take a trade from there if we get a bearish candlestick. And of course, I want to retest. In other words, I want a candle to close below it. I want a candle to touch it again, and then take the next bearish candle down, right? So, and then we'll take it from there. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Yen. Euro Yen is still pretty much sideways. Not a lot to talk about. I put a trend line on this. This is pretty significant. This is a nice 5-touch trend line. So I'm looking to enter this at 131.50. We're going to get out at 130.59. So, I mean, this is like an 85, 87 pip trade. This is a really nice pip trade. If it works, we got to get away from this daily pivot point. We got to break this trend line. I am not trading this unless this gets below this trend line. If you want to trade it, if it continues to move higher, that's fine. You can actually trade from the 200. I'd really like to see it go all the way up to the R2 pivot point and then sell it from there. But I don't want to sell, I don't want to do anything with it where it is right now. This is in the middle of what I call Forex junk. There's too much junk going on left of the chart, so we're just going to wait and see what happens from that point. Okay? All right. Like I said, the Kiwi had some data come out, and this is the result of data. There's no trade plan on this chart, folks. Why? Because there's nothing for me to, I have no reference area. I have no way to reference where I'm going to trade from. I can't put a Fibonacci tool on the chart because I don't have 2 to the right, 2 to the left on that lower candle, right? So this, I can put a fib on, this thing can keep dropping. So there's nothing to do. I would wait till London open and then refib it and see if we have, you know, where we can fib it and then take our trade from there. But I would love to get in this at this S2, about the S2 level, and take it back down. I don't think it's going to go all the way back up to the 200. That's quite a bit of pips, but I think it can get to the S2 and we can take it down from there. And of course, the 200 exponential moving average is our resistance level. Traders, on behalf of myself and our great friends at FXCL, Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for joining me. And man, Happy New Year to you all. And it's really great to be back. And I'm sorry I'm just not on my game this morning. I'm just having trouble with my eyes, and I'm having to put eye drops in, and it makes my vision blurry, and it's just, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. I promise you, we'll get through it. By the end of the week, we should be top notch. I have a appointment tomorrow with the eye doctor, so we'll get a checkup. But everything's going well. It's healing well. It's doing well, and it's amazing. I can actually read my iPhone, and you know how small the iPhones are, right? I can actually read my iPhone without glasses. What a treat. I don't have to be looking for my glasses all the time. So the surgery was well worth it. And actually, the pain was not bad. I only had pain the first 24 hours after surgery. After that, the pain was pretty dull. I do have to wear sunglasses going outside because it's really bright out. It's amazing. These new lenses, what they've done. It's amazing. They're like little computers they put in your eyeballs. It's unbelievable what they do. It's pretty interesting. Well, traders, have a great trading day on this Monday. And I apologize about the UK, but I'm almost positive the UK is closed today on a bank holiday. So I could be wrong, but I think they are. But it looks like I'm wrong. So check that and make sure it's not. All right. If not, we got a full good day of trading. It should be all guns are flowing, right? All right, traders, you take care. I think what mistake I made was I was thinking of Boxing Day, which was last Monday, and I think that's where I got that in my head, and I think that's what that was. So I'm pretty sure the UK must be open today if it's on my calendar. All right, traders, have a great trading day, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks so much for being patient, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Like I said, the eyes will get better, and I'll get better at my game here. All right, folks, take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.